Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s. We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright guys, we are here today with episode number 25 of the Memphis Tigers Dynasty here on NCAA 14. And we got a Week 6 matchup here for you today on the road against the number 14 Vanderbilt Commodores. Now, if you don't remember, I moved Vanderbilt into the American Athletic Conference prior to the start of Season 2, just to try and make the conference, more interesting. And in our division, you got us, obviously. You got Louisville, South Florida, Vanderbilt, Navy, and UConn. So, already from year 1 to 2, our division's a lot tougher. Do I record and stream? Yes, I do. I find it makes the upload times to YouTube a lot shorter. And also, I'm really done with figuring out tech stuff. And so I was having a really hard time trying to just straight record from my Elgato and save that as a file and then edit it. And so I just stream everything, and then I'll take the actual game part and I'll just cut that as a video. But I also do straight live streams. It's not all just stream recording. Alright, we're going to win the toss, or we are going to lose the toss, and Vanderbilt will receive, or they're going to defer. Tech stuff, like technologies, like computers or video games or electronics or anything similar to those. Alright, back to return is Memphis, and let's try and get this game underway. Harris will take it from his own 5, tries to get a block, he's not going to get it. But he's going to be brought down by the face mask, so it'll work out well enough for us anyway. A face mask on Jake Seelan, the middle linebacker. And that'll set us up at our own 37 to start the game. Alright, so out comes this Memphis offense for the first time. Oh, you misheard me? That's alright. I know sometimes I have problems with enunciation, so it can be hard to understand what I'm saying sometimes. Alright, on first down, they give to Hayes on the counter. Brandon Hayes drags defenders with him for a gain of 5. On the year, Brandon Hayes, 107 carries, 457 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And I think he's only a junior this year. He might be a senior though, so don't quote me on that. Oh, you would stream with your Elgato, but your internet sucks. My internet sucks too. I feel your pain there, man. Alright, 2nd and 5 from their own 42. 6:20 to go here, first quarter. Back to pass, has a man on a slant. It's Joe Craig, and Craig with the gain of 10 into Vanderbilt territory. First down, Memphis. The senior wideout with a nice grab on the slant route. And it'll be a first down from the Vanderbilt 48. First down coming up on the 6-minute mark here in this first quarter. Memphis looking to take the lead on their first drive of the game. And they'll give to Hayes up the middle. Brandon Hayes, a ton of running room. Good for a gain of 12 and another Memphis first down. That'll be a first down to the 36 of the Commodores. Gain of 12 right there on that carry for Brandon Hayes. And Memphis is in business, looking to try and cap this drive with a touchdown, or at the very least a field goal. They'll give to Hayes again, and Hayes with a little bit more running room. Not a ton, but he'll still make a solid 3-yard carry right there. Sets up 2nd and 7. Going up on 5:20 to go first quarter. It's second down for Memphis at about the 33 of Vanderbilt. Carrying back to pass on second down. Throws underneath. Caught by Malone. K1 Malone going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Sets up a 3rd and short here for Memphis. 1 catch, 5 yards for Malone, the senior wideout. And he'll set up a 3rd and 1 from the 28 of Vanderbilt. Karam is 2 of 2 for 15 yards. And we'll see if Memphis can convert this 3rd and short here. They'd love to keep this drive going with about 3:30 or 4:35 to go here first quarter. They'll give to Hayes, and Hayes has enough for the first down. He'll go right up the middle for a gain of 5. Move those chains again for this Memphis offense. They got a first down to the 23 of the Commodores. So after that 5-yard carry on 3rd down, it will be a first down from the 23 of Vanderbilt for Memphis. 4:20 to go first quarter. The Tigers on the move, looking to strike first. They'll give to Hayes on the counter again. Hayes up the middle for a gain of 4. And I gotta tell you, I've been really impressed with the way Brandon Hayes has been running this football so far today. And he's had decent blocking so far from his offensive linemen. That helps too. But now Memphis is in the red zone. They've got it at the 19 of Vanderbilt. Coming up on 3:45 to go here first quarter. 2nd and 6 for Memphis. Cam felt the blitz coming and he just took the sack. He thought there was someone covering the screen route, and so instead of risking a throw, he just ate the sack. And you know what? That's better than forcing a throw. That leads to a pick sometimes. 1 of 1 on 3rd downs today for this Memphis offense. They need 12 right here. 3:20 to go here. First quarter. Ball is at the 25 of Vanderbilt. Throws underneath. Has a man. It's caught by Peterson. George Peterson getting a 21 on 3rd and long. It'll set up 1st and goal for Memphis. What a nice catch on 3rd and long for the freshman tight end. And now Memphis is knocking on the door 4 yards away from the end zone. We'll see if this Vanderbilt defense can come up with a goal line stand. Memphis has it 1st and goal. Ball's on the 4 of the Commodores, under 3 minutes to go here first quarter. Memphis looking to strike first and score on their opening drive. Hayes up the middle. He's got a gain of 3. It'll set up 2nd and goal from about the 1. 6 carries, 32 yards for Brandon Hayes so far today. And I got to tell you, he's done a really good job running this football. 2nd and goal from the 1 for Memphis. 2.5 to go first quarter. This opening drive has taken over 4 minutes of game time, I do believe. Can this Vanderbilt defense buckle down and hold the field goal try? Design QB run. Cam is in. Touchdown, Memphis. And the Tigers are on the board first. They march right down the field on their opening drive, mostly on the ground, and it ends in a Jacob Karam touchdown run. They lead 7-0 pending the extra point. That drive went 57 yards in 11 plays in 4 minutes, 41 seconds. And it ends in a Jacob Karam touchdown run. It was a design QB run. And the Tigers take the 7-0 lead over the 14th ranked Commodores. Elliott's kick will be taken from about the 1 by Matthews. And Matthews sheds a block. Sheds another block. Finally dragged down at the 35. What a nice return there by Jordan Matthews. Good starting field position for Vanderbilt. They'll actually mark him down at the 34. Alright, first down for Vanderbilt. We'll see what their offense can do for their first drive. See if they can come up with an answer for Memphis. Robinette throws underneath, caught by Matthews on the slant for a gain of 8. Sets up a 2nd and 2 from the 42 here for Vanderbilt. Under 2 minutes to go now, first quarter. And this Memphis defense, we thought going into the year that maybe they would take a step backward after losing so many playmakers. They lost both safeties and like 3/4 of the defensive line. But the freshmen have come in and they played major roles, and this defense has been just as good as it was for most of last year. And with the offense improving with another year of experience in the system for most every position, this Memphis team overall is just looking pretty good. This could be a pretty good year for them. Speaking of freshman playmakers, there's Nate Austin. I think he's the free safety, but he might be the strong safety. He makes a nice play there on the option. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 49 for Vanderbilt. A yard shy midfield, coming up on a minute 15 to go first quarter. Robinette back to pass. Feeling the pressure. Throws off his back foot. Caught by Woods somehow. 8-yard reception there for DeAndre Woods to set up 3rd and short. They've got it at the 43 of the Tigers. Can this Memphis defense come up with a stop? Robinette 3 of 3 for 22 yards. This Vanderbilt offense needs 2 yards to move the chains here on 3rd down. Robinette back to pass. Throws underneath. Caught by Parrish. He's got the first down. And Nick Parrish with an 8-yard reception on 3rd down gives Vanderbilt a first down to the 35 of the Tigers. Robinette still perfect on the day. He's 4 of 4 for 30 yards. Coming up on 30 seconds to go first quarter. Vanderbilt on the move on their first drive. Kimber Ahmed. He was hit down away from one but not two. Ultimately Daniel Clayton, sorry. But the true freshman outside linebacker coming up to make a play in the backfield, loss of 2. Clayton can't take all the credit though because Kimbrough was slowed down by the one tackle he shed. And Robinette brought down in the backfield again. It's a loss of 4 more. Nate Austin coming up to make the play. And like I said, the true freshmen, they've stepped into their roles and they've made big impacts throughout the year, even though we're only in week 6. But that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Vanderbilt's on a little bit of upset alert here through 1. Memphis leads the Commodores 7-0. Vanderbilt facing a 3rd and long in Memphis territory when we come back. 3rd and 16 from the 41 of Memphis here for Vanderbilt. The Commodores 1 of 1 on 3rd downs today. They need 16 right here, though. And Memphis, you gotta think they'd be okay with giving up about 10 yards and forcing to settle for a field goal. But Robinette will throw off his back foot, incomplete. Nice coverage by the Memphis defense there. And that'll force a Vanderbilt punt. So Vanderbilt does get some positive momentum. They get some solid yardage. But it ends in a fake punt attempt. And they fooled everybody. I would not have thought they would have faked it. But Hoffman got brought down after a gain of 5. If it had been 4th and short, that probably would have made more sense. But it was 4th and 16. So if you're going to call a fake punt, you should probably at least call a pass. I give him credit for making the gutsy decision and trying to fake the punt, though. Memphis' defense comes up with a stop ultimately. Trying to throw, knocked away, incomplete by Andre Howe. Karam couldn't quite get it to cross his intended target. It'll fall incomplete. Sets up a 2nd and 10 here. So 6:49 to go first half. Memphis with the 7-0 lead. We'll see if the Tigers can take advantage of a failed fake punt by Vanderbilt and take the 2-score lead. Those underneath has a man. It's Jones. Jones will shut off 1 tackle, but not 2. It's only a gain of 2, and we still got a 3rd and long. 3rd and call it 8 from the 38. 4 of 5 for 38 yards today's Karam. Memphis 2 of 2 on 3rd downs today. The Tigers need 8 right here, though. 6:20 to go first half. It's a 7-0 Memphis lead. Throws on the slant. Caught by Jones. What a throw. Tevin Jones gained a 13. First down Memphis. And that throw was right on the money. Placed perfectly by Jacob Karam. He's 5 of 6 for 51 yards. And that was a little bit of a risky throw, seeing as it could have probably been intercepted as there was a defender right there. But just perfect placement. He never had a chance. And it's again a 13 and a big first down for Memphis to keep the drive alive. They give to Hayes up the middle on first down. Hayes drags defenders with him, tumbles forward for a gain of 8. 7 carries, 40 yards for Hayes. It's 2nd and 2 from the 41. In Vanderbilt territory again for the second straight drive. Coming up on 5:40 to go here, first half. The Tigers with a 7-0 lead over Vanderbilt. Looking to make it a 2-score lead right here on this drive, though. 2nd and 2. Pressure comes. Karam wanted the screen, and the offensive line couldn't hold a block long enough for him to get rid of it. Loss of 10 sets up 3rd and 12 from midfield. Three of 3 on third down today is this Memphis offense. They need 12 right here. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the first half. The throw to Hayes on the screen. Brandon Hayes, he's not going to get enough for the first down, but it'll be a gain of 9. 1 catch, 9 yards for Hayes. The screenplay worked pretty well. It'll be 4th and 3 from the 42. And you know what? That makes me think he called it short because he was expecting to go for it on 4th and 3. And that's exactly what he's doing right here. 6 of 7, 60 yards today for Karam. Coach Yakov Kolenkov says, alright, we're at the 43 of Vanderbilt. Kind of no man's land. Let's dial it up, see if we can't get the 3 yards for the first down. Throws on a slant. Dropped by Craig. He had his man open for the first down, and Joe Craig dropped it. I don't blame him for playing to do 4-down territory right there. I mean, a punt really doesn't net you a ton of change in field position. And I mean, the play call was good enough to have him on the first down. Craig just dropped it. Hollier there on defense for Memphis, but ultimately that was just a drop by the wideout. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 42 here for Vanderbilt. 4:19 to go first half. Robinette back to pass for the Commodores. He wants to take off. Pressure comes. And Robinette going to get a gain of 11 and a first down on the QB run. First down, they're in Memphis territory again. Got it at the Tiger 47. Coming up on 4 minutes to go here first half. They give to Seymour. He's brought down to the backfield. No chance. Jerron Seymour never had a chance. Charles Harris, the first Tiger defender to him. And I gotta tell you, this Memphis defense has looked good, honestly. They've given up their fair share of yardage, but for the most part, they made lots of nice plays, making stops in the backfield. Robinette back to pass. Throws off his back foot, somehow caught by Matthews. Jordan Matthews does a nice job of coming back to the ball and then moving forward and falling forward for the first down. That's a first down to the 37 of Memphis. Coming up on 3.5 to go first half. Vanderbilt trails Memphis by 7, but they're on the move looking to tie things up here. Robinette throws, what a diving catch along the sideline. Steve Shue just a beautiful, beautiful play to keep both feet in, or 1 foot in, and it's a first down to the 23 of Memphis. This Tiger defense really needs to buckle down right here. They'll give to Seymour. Seymour trying to reverse his feet, finally dragged down. And it'll be Charles Harris again. Although really he could have been stopped about 3 times before that. But ultimately it's a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10 from the 23 coming up here for Vanderbilt. Almost in the red zone, looking to knot this game up. Going deep, wants it all right here, picked! Bakari Hollier with the interception, and they'll take the knee. They'll take the comeback out to the 20. So, again, this Vanderbilt offense gets some yardage, But again, they come away empty-handed as that time it's an interception in the end zone by Bakari Hollier. The senior quarterback making a big play. First down from the 20 for Memphis, still up 7-0. 2:49 to go here first half. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts, so we could still see some scoring here before the break. There goes Brandon Hayes, drags defenders with him. He just busted off a huge run. 17 yards on first down for Hayes. 8 carries, 57 yards for the junior tailback. And just like that, it's a first down from their own 37 for Memphis. 11 rush plays and 8 pass plays for Memphis so far today. A pretty balanced offensive attack. Coming up on 2.5 to go here first half. Pressure comes. Karam tries to get away but can't. It's a loss of 7. Jimmy Stewart there with his second sack of the day already. And they'll set up a 2nd and 17 from their own 29 for Memphis. 2 minutes to go here first half. Throwing off his back foot. Fit that one into a tight window to Allen Cross for a gain of 12. What a nice throw by Jacob Karam. That'll set up a manageable 3rd and 6. Karam 7 of 9, 72 yards, 3 of 4 on third downs today is this Memphis offense. They need 6 right here, coming up on 1.5 to go first half. Those on the slant, caught by Craig. Craig gained a 7, and that'll be a first down. Move those chains for the Memphis Tigers. 2 catches, 17 yards for the senior wideout. It's a first down, 2 yard shy of midfield here for Memphis, as we are under 1.5 to go here in this first half of play. Those are underneath, caught by Jones. Tevin Jones, gain of 11. It's a first down. They're into Vanderbilt territory again. 3 catches, 26 yards for Tevin Jones. It's a first down from the Commodore 40. Karam 9 of 11, 90 yards. First down from the 40 of Vanderbilt here for Memphis. Coming up on 1 minute to go first half. Those are underneath, caught by Peterson. The freshman tight end will break a couple tackles, and he's out of bounds after a 5-yard catch. 2 receptions, 26 yards for George Peterson. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 36 of the Commodores. Ten of 12, 95 yards today for Karam. 2nd and 5 from the 35 of Vanderbilt here for Memphis. Those underneath. Nice grab. It's Kalen Malone inside the 20. 17 yards on first down. 2 catches, 22 yards for the senior. And Memphis is into the red zone. They got a touchdown on their first red zone trip. Karam's over 100 yards through the air today. They give to Hayes up the middle on first down. Gain of 7. And Memphis will call their first timeout. 9 carries, 64 yards for Hayes, averaging 7.1 yards per carry. I think now you have some time, you can run it. You're definitely in field goal range. You still got 2 timeouts left. And you're down to the 12 of Vanderbilt. Can this Commodore defense hold and get a stop before halftime? Hayes going to bounce to the outside. He's not going to get the first. The Darius Banks there to make the play. It's 3rd and 2 from the 11. Ten carries, 64 yards for Hayes. 4 of 5 on third downs for this Memphis offense. We're under 30 seconds to go first half. Those are underneath, caught by Reggie Travis. He's got a gain of 3, sets up 1st and goal. They've got it at about the 8 here. 22 seconds to go first half. They'll give to Hayes. Hayes follows his blocks up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Memphis. Brandon Hayes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And with only 18 seconds to go in the first half, Memphis has extended their lead to 2 scores. It'll be a 14-0 Tiger lead pending the extra point, which is right down the middle. Vanderbilt does still have 3 timeouts, so if they can get a big play or 2, they might be in position to maybe get a field goal back before halftime. The Memphis defense is still going to have to be on high alert and not give up a big play. Matthews will take it from his own one. He'll be brought down. Break a couple tackles, still on his feet. Finally dragged down by Lionel Brooks after an 18-yard return. And that'll burn 6 seconds off the clock. We're down to 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at their own 19 for Vanderbilt. The 14th ranked Commodores trailing Memphis 14-0 at their own home. They'll give to Hoffman up the middle. And that'll take us to halftime. Vanderbilt not electing to try and get a Hail Mary or something. They're just going to let this clock hit 0. And they'll take a 14-0 deficit in the locker room. 1 half gone here in Nashville, Tennessee. And the 14th ranked Vanderbilt Commodores are on upset alert. Memphis leads Vanderbilt 14-0 in this interstate rivalry. Or what head coach Yakov Kolenkov and the rest of the Memphis administration hopes will become an in-state rivalry. Memphis and Vanderbilt have not played a ton. Although now that they're in the same division, they'll be playing each other every year. So the hope is that this will eventually turn into a good interstate rivalry. Brian Kimbrough with a 23-yard return to start the second half. You take a look at the team defense, giving up a total of 70 yards, average of 4 yards per play. So a good job overall in this first half by that Memphis defense. They've also got an end zone interception and a stop on a fake punt attempt. We'll see if Vanderbilt can cut this deficit to a one-score game on this first drive of the second half. And Nate Austin will knock that one away as Robinette was looking deep. They wanted to get a big play right off the bat to start the half, and Nate Austin says, "Not so fast, my friend." 2nd and 10 here for Vanderbilt. Robinette eludes pressure, throws off his back foot, should have been picked. There's the man right there. It should have been intercepted, but it was still a nice job to knock it away. Just next time, maybe make the pick. That's about the only thing he could have done better. 1 of 2 on third downs today for this Vanderbilt offense. Commodores need 10 here. Robinette back to pass. Feels the pressure. Hit. Down he goes. Robinette, it's a loss of 7. There were 2 Memphis defenders there. They'll say Johnny Farms got there first. The sophomore defensive tackle with a big sack. It's a 3 and out for Vanderbilt to start the second half. And this Memphis defense, they got really fired up. Must have gotten fired up. I was like, hey, we let them move the ball on us, but we buckled down when it mattered most. And they just came out with the 3 and out, but Lionel Brooks muffed it, although he will fall on it. That was almost really dangerous because there's a Vanderbilt player right there. And he was close to recovering that, and that would have been a disaster. As it is, still pretty good field position for Memphis. They've got it at their own 47. Looking to take a commanding 3-score lead here on their first drive of the second half. Hayes bouncing off the tackles. Gain of 4 on first down. 12 carries, 76 yards, and a score for Brandon Hayes. And they're into Vanderbilt territory at the Commodore 49. Caleb Azubike, I don't know, something like that. He was there to make the tackle on that play for the Vanderbilt defense. At 2nd and 6, they'll give to Hayes up the middle. Spins off a couple tackles, falls forward. First down, Memphis, gain of 7. 13 carries, 83 yards in the score, averaging 6.4 yards a carry. And as long as you can still run the ball pretty successfully, why would you need to put it in the air? I'd expect them to go right back to Hayes on the ground. As we're down to about 5.5 to go here in this third quarter. They'll give to Hayes up the middle on the draw. Hayes falls forward, gain of 6 on first down. This offensive line still creating lots of running room. 14 carries, 89 yards, and a score for the junior tailback. And they've got it 2nd and 4 at the 36 of the Commodores does Memphis. On the move, looking to take a commanding 3-score lead. As you see the total yardage, 184 yards for Memphis, only like 63 for Vanderbilt. They'll get to Hayes, and Hayes is going to be brought down immediately. Number 36 for Vanderbilt shot the gap. And that'll set up a 3rd and short. Chase Garnham there was a man who shot the gap there. 5 of 6 on 3rd downs for this Memphis offense. They need 3 to keep the chains moving here. Those on the stand, caught by Joe Craig. He's wide open. 14 yards, 1st down Memphis. 3 catches, 31 yards for the senior wideout. And they're a yard away from the red zone again. 13 of 15, 129 yards a day for Jacob Karam. He's also got a rushing touchdown. And Memphis is nearly in the red zone again, looking to take a 3-score lead on the 14th ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. Hayes will pick up 2 on 1st down, 16 carries, 92 yards in the score for Hayes. He's having himself a pretty good ball game so far. 2nd and 8 from the 19 in the red zone for the 3rd time today is this Memphis offense. Their first 2 trips resulted in touchdowns. We'll see if the 3rd one's going to end up being any different. Throws underneath, caught by Craig. Craig leveled immediately. It's a gain of 3. 4 catches, 34 yards for Craig. It's 3rd and 5 from the 17. 14 of 16, 132 yards for Karam. Garnham with the tackle right there. His 6th stop after making the play on that last, or making the stop on that last tackle. 6 of 7 on 3rd downs today is Memphis. They need 5 here in the red zone. Those out of the backfield, caught by Hayes. He's not going to get the first, though. Only a gain of 3. And at this point, I think you take the field goal. A 3-score lead is a 3-score lead. Current drive is taken over 3 minutes 20 seconds now off this game clock. We're under 2:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. If Memphis can knock this away, they will have taken a 3-score lead over the 14th ranked Commodores on the road, no less. Elliott's kick is right down the uprights, right down the middle, and Memphis takes a 17-0 lead over the 14th ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. They're definitely on upset alert now as only 2 minutes 36 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. This offense or special teams has to get something going here for Vanderbilt. One of those two has to make a big play, and it might be special teams. They've had a couple of big returns all game, and this one's going to go for 6. Jordan Matthews, 97-yard return. What happened to the kickoff coverage? Where was the coverage there for Memphis? Although maybe this shouldn't be that much of a surprise because they've had a couple of big returns already, lots of broken tackles. But immediately after going down by 3 scores, Vanderbilt responds with a touchdown, and all of a sudden it's only 17-7. Only a 10-point Memphis lead, still 2:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Harris from his own 1, looks for a block, he's got it. There goes Carl Harris. Carl Harris, 30-yard return out just shy of the 40. Marking down at the 37, good starting field position for Memphis. They lead Vanderbilt 17-7. 2:21 to go, 3rd quarter. This Vanderbilt defense is still going to have to make a stop. Hayes right up the middle, good for a gain of 8. He got 17 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score, averaging just under 6 yards a carry. Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Memphis leads number 14, Vanderbilt 17-7. They got it just shy of midfield here on 2nd and 2. They'll give to Hayes up the middle, and Hayes has a gain of 3 and a 1st down. 18 carries, 103 yards, and a score for Hayes. And they've got it to the not quite past midfield actually. 13 first downs for Memphis, only 5 for Vanderbilt. We're coming up on a minute and a half to go here, third quarter. Memphis looking to march right back down the field and take that 3-score lead right back. Has a man wide open underneath to Reggie Travis. Travis with a gain of 4 on first down, sets up 2nd and 6. He got 2 catches for 7 yards. This is Reggie Travis. And it's 2nd and 6 from the Vanderbilt 48. All 4 Memphis drives today have, well, all 5 rather. All 5 Memphis drives today have gotten into enemy territory. One of them ended on a failed 4th down attempt on a drop. They'll throw to Peterson. Peterson's going to be brought down immediately, but he might have been brought down by the face mask, and that will indeed be the call. It would have been 3rd and 5, but the face mask will give Memphis 15 free yards and automatic first down, and they've got it at the 32 of Vanderbilt. Under 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 10-point Memphis lead, but they want more. They're down to the 32 of the Commodores, looking to take a 3-score lead back. They give to Hayes up the middle. Hayes will pick up 3 on first down. 19 carries, 106 yards, and a score for Brandon Hayes. 2nd and 7 from the 29 of Vanderbilt here for this Tigers offense. As we are under 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter. This could be the final play of this third frame. Those are underneath, caught by Tevin Jones. Jones cuts upfield. He's got the first down on a gain of 7. 4 catches, 33 yards for Tevin Jones. And this passing offense has been a balanced passing attack. 18 of 20, 140-some yards for Jacob Karam. And I don't think Memphis is going to choose to run another play. Let's let this clock run out on this third quarter and take a 10-point lead into the final frame. 3 gone, 1 to go here in Nashville, Tennessee. The 14th ranked Vanderbilt Commodores are on upset alert as Memphis leads Vanderbilt 17-7 after 3. And the Tigers are on the move again, looking to take a 3-score lead. Can Vanderbilt mount a comeback? Come on back and find out. First and 10 from the 21 of Vanderbilt here for Memphis as we begin this final quarter. Karam hit immediately, lost a 6. They came on a blitz and Vince Taylor was the first man to the quarterback. They even had a screen dialed up and they still couldn't get the pass off in time. How pathetic. 2nd and 16 now for Memphis. And my guess is we're going to see them start to run down the play clock as much as they can. Just to give this Vanderbilt offense as little time as possible to try and mount the comeback. As they're down by 10 right now. And if Memphis can get a touchdown, they'll be down by 17. Hayes keeps his footing. How did Brandon Hayes keep his footing and not fall down? 13 yards on the screen for Hayes. 19 of 21, 161 yards. It's 3rd and 3 from the 14. Chase Garnham with his 8th stop after making the tackle on that last play. 4th red zone trip for Memphis. They got 2 touchdowns and a field goal out of their first 3. 6 of 8 on third downs. Tigers need 3 right here. Coming up on 5:40 to go in the game. It's a 10-point Memphis lead. They give to Hayes up the middle, and Hayes has enough for the first down. Gain of 5. 1st and goal, Memphis. 20 carries, 111 yards, and a score for Hayes. It's 1st and goal from the 8. Chase Garnham with 9 tackles after making the stop right there. We're under 5.5 to go, though. And Memphis has a 1st and goal looking to maybe salt this game away. Up by 10, knocking on the door, looking to go up 3 scores. Those on the slant, caught by Craig. He dropped it, actually. Never mind. Should have been caught, and I think at least 2 of the 3 incompletion today by Jacob Karam have been drops. One of them was deflected, and the other two were drops, I think. So we'll try again on 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll throw to Craig again, and Craig's going to drop it again. Come on! Both times Craig should have made that catch. Both times he screwed up and dropped it. 7 of 9 on 3rd downs today for Memphis. 3 of Cam's 4 incompletions have been Joe Craig drops. It's 3rd and goal from the 8. Throws to the end zone, knocked away, incomplete. Diving deflection there by Andrew Williamson. And now I think you go for the touchdown. There's not much difference between a 13-point lead and a 10-point lead. But there is a big difference between a 17-point lead and... either way, it's still only a 2-score game. 0-1 on 4th downs today for Memphis. The Tigers going for it on 4th and goal right here. Those underneath to K1 Malone. He's got it. He's in. Touchdown, Memphis. 8 yards on 4th and goal, and K1 Malone comes up huge. Touchdown, Memphis, and that'll give them a 3-score lead with 5 minutes to go. They'll lead 24-7 pending the extra point. Cam 20 of 25, 169 yards and a score, and 3 of his incompletions have been Joe Craig drops. That drive took almost 4.5 minutes off the clock, and it ends in an 8-yard Jacob Karam to K1 Malone connection on 4th and goal. And now Memphis leads Vanderbilt 24-7. The Commodores find themselves on upset alert as they are down by 17 with only 5 minutes to go. They've got 1 kickoff return for 6 already. They won't return that one all the way, though. Yeah, another thing, this defense has not given up any points. Vanderbilt's only score came on a kickoff return right after Memphis has kicked the field goal to make it 17-0. So if this defense gets one more stop, I say that's game over. Robinette back to pass, throws underneath, caught by Paris. Nick Parrish with the gain of 8. Or not even, they could even give up a touchdown here, honestly. If Vanderbilt takes too much time to get a touchdown, that'll still be game over. All they need to do is not give up a quick score is what this Tiger defense needs to focus on, not giving up any huge plays. Those underneath to Chris Kentera. And Kentera with a gain of 10 and a first down. Vanderbilt's mascot trying to get this crowd pumped and back into it. Robinette 8 of 13, 74 yards and an end zone interception. Although to be fair, it was a deep throw. Like he wanted a deep threat, deep pass that ended up being picked. And Hollier was in the area of that one again. He was the man who had the interception back in the first half. 2nd and 10 from just shy of midfield here for Vanderbilt. Robinette back to pass, feels the pressure, down he goes. Loss of 7, is that Holloway? I think it is. Joe Holloway, the true freshman defensive end, continuing his dominating performance of a freshman year. Every time Memphis has needed a big sack or a big tackle for a loss, Joe Holloway has come up clutch, and he does so again right here. Sets up 3rd and 17 for Vanderbilt. Keeps the clock running. We're under 4 minutes to go. Robinette thrown deep. Incomplete. He had a man, overthrew him too far, and the receiver could not stay in bounds. 4th and 17. I do not believe they are just going to punt and concede defeat. They call cover 3 just to be wary of a fake. That's what Vanderbilt tried on 4th and 16 in an earlier situation earlier in the game. This time they'll just punt it. And it'll roll inside the 10. It's a good punt. But with only 3 minutes 37 seconds to go and down by 3 scores, that feels kind of like just conceding defeat, honestly. Now, if Memphis can get a couple of first downs, that should about wrap this game up. Oh no! Intercepted, and this will be returned for 6. Karam had a man. He just didn't get it up high enough in the air, and the linebacker with a huge pick 6. I think they wanted to try and get a pass to get a little bit of breathing room. And Karam's first mistake of the day is a pick 6 to keep Vanderbilt in this one. And the Commodores are now electing to go with the onside kick. It'll be picked up by Coleman. Coleman will fall down. And so we'll see how this Memphis offense can respond after throwing the pick 6. You know Karam wants to get back and prove himself. 3.5 to go. Pressure comes. Throws underneath. Caught by Reggie Travis. Throwing underneath. Making smart decisions to get surefire completions that'll keep the clock running. Karam 21 of 27, 174 yards, 1 score, 1 pick. The 1 pick was a big one because it was an easy pick 6. Although if Karam had just thrown it a little bit higher, he could have gotten it over the linebacker and into the hands of his intended target. Has a man open underneath. It's Tevin Jones. They went with the deep throw, and Jones burned him deep, 26 yards. 5 catches, 59 yards for the wideout. And now it's 1st and goal from the 8. (22 of 28, 200 yards, 1 score, 1 pick for Karam. And head coach Yakov Kolenkov seems to be saying, instead of, all right, let's work on running the clock out, he seems to be saying, let's get the touchdown and help salt this game. There's a drop by Jones. Jones with the drop in the end zone. That is the 4th drop from a Memphis receiver today. And Karam's only got like 9 incompletions. Or not even 9 incompletions. But the one thing throwing it does right there, as you can see, is it'll help stop the clock. 2nd and goal from the 8. 2:29 to go. That was pretty much a free timeout there for Vanderbilt. And Karam's going to get sacked. It's a loss of 7. Chase Garnham came free on a blitz. And for some reason they're like, no, they're refusing to just play the game clock and work on milking the clock and running them out of time. They're going to be saying, let's get the touchdown. And Garnham with the deflection right there. That's incomplete. It's 4th and goal. Sorry, 8 incompletions for Karam. And so maybe some poor decision making here on the part of this Memphis offense. They're 1 of 2 on 4th downs. They scored on 4th and goal last time. Can they do the same here? Those underneath knocked away, incomplete. And so that will run the streak of red zone scoring they had doing pretty well on. And now all of a sudden Vanderbilt with a chance to make it a 1-score game. That's the one thing that being aggressive and playing to get a score to end the game does. Is that it'll help keep a team in the game if you should happen to not get the score, which Memphis did not do. Robinette back to pass, feels the blitz, comes, gets rid of it to Steve Shue. Steve Shue with a 12-yard reception. 1st down, they're going to go hurry up again. Only 1:45 remains. Even if Vanderbilt scores, they're going to need an onside kick. Otherwise, they'll need their defense to come up with a stop. Robinette going deep. Has a man knocked away. What a play by Bobby McCain. And I think the other thing that going for it on 4th and goal right there does, playing to try and get a touchdown to end the game, that shows you got faith in your defense to stop them even if you happen to not score. And so we'll see if he was right to trust his defense. Robinette going underneath. That'll be picked again. It's Bakari Hollier, his 2nd interception of the day. And that should end this ball game. Although technically Memphis will still need a first down. And they got to get Vanderbilt to burn their 3 timeouts. So I think we'll see Yakov Kolenkov start by calling run plays to try and get the timeouts burned. Second and 1. 1 first down should end the game as Vanderbilt now only has 2 timeouts to work with. Underneath has a man. It's Peterson. George Peterson, the 13-yard reception, and that'll end this game. 23 of 32 for over 200 yards, a score and a pick for Karam. Vanderbilt burns their second timeout. But it's not going to matter. That'll be the end of this game. They got 1 timeout left, down by 2 scores, with only a minute 22 left. That'll end this game. They'll give to Hayes up the middle. Brandon Hayes going to get 8 yards. It'll set up 2nd and 2. A minute 18 remaining here. But all that's left is for the clock to hit double zeros here in Nashville. The Commodores out of timeouts. 1 first down for Memphis and this game's over. And there's the first down. Hayes will end this ball game. An 8-yard run for Hayes. He's got 23 carries, 136 yards, and a score. And so now you can just work on running out the rest of this minute. 5 red zone trips. The 6th red zone trip here. They've got 3 touchdowns, a field goal, and a failed 4th and goal out of their first 5. They'll give the Hayes up the middle again. 24 carries, 140 yards, and a score. And all that's left now is for this clock to hit double zeros. Although I wonder if maybe Memphis is going to try and score again. Because they said they wanted to try and turn this into an interstate rivalry game between a team located in Memphis and Vanderbilt in Nashville. So we'll see if they'll try and score to try and help spark this rivalry. Caught by Craig, 1st and goal, gain of 9. 5 catches, 43 yards, and Memphis will burn their first time out right here. 24 of 33, 222 yards, 1 score, 1 interception for Karam. I expect to see him take a knee here. Give the impression that they're just going to calmly run out the clock. And Yakov Kolenkov says he wants to time out. He's sending a message saying he wants to beat him and beat him badly because he considers these guys great candidates for an interstate rivalry game. And the man open underneath, it's Patrick. Touchdown Memphis, Tariq Patrick, a 3-yard reception. And that'll be Karam's 2nd touchdown of the day. They'll kick the extra point. 225 yards through the air, by the way. That's a pretty good day of football. His one mistake was at pick 6, but it's not going to matter as Vanderbilt is going to fall. They are ranked number 14. They will be ranked 14 no more. Memphis comes away with probably will be a 17-point win, 31-14 over Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt did not score any points on offense today. They had a kickoff return and a pick 6. And so this Memphis defense has played one heck of a game. They got 2 sacks, 2 picks, 3 pass breakups. Vanderbilt's defense did come up with 5 sacks, but they also gave up 31 points. Memphis' defense gave up 0. It was the special teams and offense of the Tigers that gave up the points. They'll give to Hoffman up the middle for a gain of 13. And we're down to 10 seconds to go now. Patton Robinette going to spike it. He's 10 of 19, 95 yards and 2 interceptions. But Vanderbilt is going to lose, and Memphis will keep their undefeated season going as they come into Nashville, and they will upset the 14th ranked Commodores on the road here in conference play. This is what the Yakov Kolenkov and the Memphis administration is hoping will be the first of many, many, many future matchups of what will hopefully be a long interstate rivalry game here between two teams located in Memphis and Nashville respectively. But that'll do it. They do complete the path on the final play. But that's all that's going to happen. Final score, Memphis 31, number 14, Vanderbilt 14. So Vanderbilt scored as many points as their ranking. And Memphis, we'll see if they crack the top 25 next week after taking down a top 15 team by 17 on the road. The undefeated season continues for Memphis and Yakov Kolenkov, and they are now 5-0, I believe. Yeah, they are now 5-0, 2-0 in American Athletic Conference play. And who knows? Maybe the road to the American Athletic Conference Championship game, that could be decided by the Memphis-Louisville game coming up later in the year. Louisville's still in the top 4, but if Memphis keeps winning, that game against Louisville could decide the division winner ultimately. Anyway, that will do it for me. I will see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, everybody.